You want to put that in the video?
Of course. You have to clear the energy.
Oh boy. Alright. Wow. Getting back on track, y'all.
Back
What's
on
up?
track. What's up?
Alright, here we go. What's going on, everybody? We are back at it again, and if you don't know already, I'm Chris.
And I'm Leisha.
What
up? Check out my energy bow. My Tibetan bow.
Oh
I'm about to
boy.
play a little song.
Just to clear the energy
Just
a
to
little
clear
bit.
the energy, because this is very, very good for lifting vibrations.
Mm-hmm.
So clearing and clearing out the air, whatever, the atmosphere. So if you guys haven't got one, you should go get one. It's a Tibetan bowl.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very good. It's good for anxiety, depression, stress. It just kind of helps to balance out your energy field. So I'm just going to play just a little bit. Let me see if it's going to work. How nice and calm is that? Calm me right down.
Okay, so today's topic, y'all, because we're going to get right into it, okay? Today, we're going to be covering pretty much, it's like a survival kit for people that are just waking up, okay? Because when you're just waking up, you have so many questions. You got all these things coming at you. You got the synchronicities. You got people talking about aliens. You're thinking about meditation and light body. You're like, what the hell is going on?
Right.
Right.
Having all these crazy dreams.
Yes.
You waking up, you can't get up, you stuck. What's on me? I can't get up. You seeing everything around you. You astral projecting. You don't even know how. What is astro? You're hearing about twin flames. What's a twin flame? What? Do I have a twin flame? Yeah.
So today we're going to be covering some resources that we've used to help us clear things out and get us to the point where we're actually able to do things on our own, actually connect and get with source so that we can actually get some answers for ourselves. But you know, we all had to start somewhere. We all needed training wheels to get us going.
Yeah.
And so today we're going to break this video down into 3 different parts. We're going to break it down to books that we've actually gone through and read that we would suggest that you all read as well.
Yep.
And then secondly, we're going to go into some topics that we recommend that you research yourself.
Do your own research, guys. Always do your own research. Don't take our word for it, because sometimes you'll notice that what resonates with someone else might not necessarily resonate with you. So we always encourage everyone to do their own research, because again, the truth cannot be told. It has to be
realized.
Boom. Y'all see how we did that?
All right. And then lastly but not least, we're going to jump into some people that have influenced us, who have really sparked the flame under our ass as far as making sure that we understand the knowledge so that we're not out here giving y'all just anything.
Right, all willy-nilly.
Giving y'all fluff and stuff.
Right.
So yeah, but we're going to jump right into it, and that's just how we do. Okay? All right. So we're going to go into the first part of different books that we've read and that we've come across that's really helped us along our spiritual journey. Now, the first book is going to be As a Man Thinketh, So Is He.
Guys, that's a very crucial book to read. It's also a free copy on YouTube. If you just type the name in, it's going to come right up. And I think everyone on this planet should read that book.
Yes.
Because it helps you to understand what the mind really is. Okay? Your mind is like a garden, right? And whatever you plant, it's going to produce after its own kind.
Yep.
And I think if everyone understood this, then they'll guard their mind very wisely. Okay? Because if you plant berries, if you plant seeds of berries, you're not going to get oranges.
Nope.
Okay? AKA fear. Okay? AKA like negative emotions. It's like it creates a domino effect.
Yes.
So everyone on this awakening path, or just in general, I think they should read that book.
Yes. Yes.
Number 1 on the list. You start out with that book first, then you trickle your way down to everything else.
Yes. And then the next book that we would recommend is on the Emerald Tablets.
Oh, yes.
Now, there's one in particular that Forbidden Knowledge put out, and I'm gonna put the picture of that book as well. That's one of the good books to read about the Emerald Tablets. You can find out where a lot of religion started through the Emerald Tablets. So another good one is the Bhagavad Gita. Awesome text. Just if you haven't read it for your awakening path, just reading it is awesome as well.
Yes.
Another good one is the Alchemist.
Ooh, that changed our whole perspective on so many things.
Now that book will definitely help you understand why you go through certain things to appreciate where you are.
Exactly, and why sometimes you start at a point and you're taken away so far away from that point to just
way off track,
come right back to where you started from. It's all the reasoning and the perception and the lessons behind everything.
Yes, and then 2 other major books if you really want to understand how this whole matrix works. Okay, the first one is the 48 Laws of Power.
Man.
All right, so the 48 Laws of Power. If you want to know how this matrix works, that's definitely one book that you want to look into.
Yes.
Now, small disclaimer, you don't want to read this book and come into the knowledge and then start using it for what the other people are doing.
Don't do it.
Because with anything in this world, you can manifest and do whatever you want to do in this world,
Right.
but as long as you don't harm anybody else.
And it's, because, again, karma. Always got to remember cause and effect and karma, guys. You can create good karma, you can create bad karma, but you just always have to remember to everything that you do, to every decision that you make, it births your future, and you will always have to deal with the consequences.
Yes.
So with that being said, you keep that in mind, okay?
Yeah. Don't mess with anybody's free will. Okay?
Don't infringe on anyone's free will.
Yeah, definitely look into that book, 48 Laws of Power. And then the next book that you definitely want to look into is The Art of War.
Yes, that is a good one.
And this really ties into the paperclip agenda.
Ooh.
If you really want to know how in the world is 99% of the population controlled by 1%.
One small percent.
Or 97% controlled by 3%.
Very small percentage.
You have to really think about that. How are they able to do that?
It's a mind game. Wake up.
Yes.
Wake up.
So if you read The Art of War, you'll understand the general's tactics on how he was able to conquer a whole nation.
If you control the mind, you control the body.
Yes. So definitely, those are some books that we would recommend. Now, of course, there are so many more out there that you can look into. The list goes on and on.
On and on and on.
So,
it never stops, and always use your discernment. Again, information is just out there for everyone right now.
Yes.
But just remember to follow your intuition, your inner essence. If something does not resonate with you, it's okay. Right. If you and someone are not resonating with the same frequency, it's fine. It is okay.
Right.
Because you're not always going to be resonated on the same frequency like someone else, and therefore you're going to have different perception, you're going to have different understanding. Okay, so just always follow your intuition. Let that guide you. That's your internal GPS.
Yes.
Just a small disclaimer.
All right, and even above all of these books, once again, what we always preach and say time and time again: meditation is the key to all of your answers.
Yes, it
because
is.
a lot of your answers that you are searching for are within you.
They lay right within you, because I remember, 3-4 years ago, I was a lost soul. Like, I would admit, I was a lost soul. Like, I had ideas, I had my own thoughts. Well, thoughts are not even yours, but I had a small understanding of my essence.
Yep.
But it's not until I started meditating, I started changing my diet, because again, the food that you put in your body communicates with your body, right?
Mm-hmm.
So until I started doing that, those two things combined, then that's when my world started changing. And then once I read that book, As a Man Thinketh, So Is He, I tell you guys, game changer. Because then I started understanding that my outer world was just a reflection of my inner world. Mm-hmm. And so I had to understand that, hey, if I wanted my environment to change on the outside, first I had to change the one on the inside. And that's when everything just started snowballing. Okay, I mean, when I say snowball, I mean, it's just wisdom coming to a point where you really don't know nothing. And that's where the hunger for the knowledge starts.
Yep.
And you start going down that rabbit hole. Right?
Yeah. Oh boy. All right. So those are the books that we would recommend. Definitely also with anything that we suggest, once again, we suggest you do your own research. Because as we say before, the truth can not be told, it can only be realized.
Right. And the truth don't set you free. Mm-hmm. It makes you free. Right. There's a difference.
Right. Now, for the next part that we're going to jump into, which is different topics that we would suggest that you all research for yourselves.
Yes.
Some of these topics we've touched on a little bit in our videos, and if you all would like for us to go deeper into any one of these topics, definitely leave a comment down below, which y'all are so great at doing.
Yeah.
and we'll make plans to do a full video on one of those topics.
Yes, we'd love to.
Okay, so now one of the first suggested topics that we would it's just funny. Okay, one of the topics that we would suggest that you dive into, the first one is sacred geometry.
Yes.
Okay, through sacred geometry, you will see how, in a sense, this world is an illusion. Or so much how everything came from one point and went out and expanded itself until you don't know where things began and where it ended. Right, because when you look into the Fibonacci sequence, when you look at the golden ratio and everything of that nature, which is actually in everything that's natural, you have to think about that. Everything that's on this planet, when it comes from your bones in your fingers, when it comes to the plants and how they grow, when you look at the stars in the galaxy and how they expand out, they all are ruled by this golden ratio. So you have to really look into those things as to why is it all connected. You start asking those questions and you start to have more and more things revealed to you.
Exactly. Ask a lot of questions. Don't just take what somebody gives you. Don't just take what we're saying.
No.
Ask more questions. You'll get more answers.
Yes. And one other subject that we suggest diving into, if you look at our chart behind us.
Listen, y'all got to do this, okay?
Astrology.
You got to do this.
Astrology will help you figure out so many things. Because once you figure out why certain planets are in certain houses, why do you feel such a way when the moon's in the full moon or not, and you'll notice, because sometimes when it's a full moon you cool, but in other times when it's a full moon everything's a freaking mess.
Exactly, because we're a body of water. A body is mainly made up of water. What is it, 80% water?
Yeah, about 80%.
What, 75, whatever. The majority of our body is made up of water.
Yes.
So you really have to think about that. If the moon affects the tide and the waves, right? That's water, and we are made up of water. What's gonna happen to us? Yep. So you just gotta ask more questions and think about things on a deeper level. You gotta dive deep here. We're diving deep.
Yes. And one other subject you want to may look into, and actually it's a person, but when you think about energy, frequency, and vibration, talking about Nikola Tesla here, talking about 369 here.
Right. Okay. Not 69. Y'all cut it out. We said 369.
Yeah, 369. So yeah, you want to understand how energy works, how frequency works, and how vibration works. Because when you look into the 7 commandment principles, which is another subject that we would recommend looking into, you understand that everything's constantly in motion.
Yes, nothing rests.
Nothing rests. So definitely look into that as well. And then you want to, and as a side note, also look into the 7 hermetic principles.
Yeah, we did a video on that earlier too. Maybe we'll
that's
put
one
it
of our
in
earlier
here,
videos.
Put it somewhere up here so you can see.
We'll put a link.
Yeah.
I think it goes on there or that side.
Go across like that.
That way. One at the top, you know.
7 hermetic
whichever
principles.
way it's going to be.
Yeah.
You want to look into that one, and then you also want to look into the Anunnaki.
Yes.
And of course, we put the word down here,
We'll put it down
so
there.
you ain't got to try to guess how to spell it. Just pause it and write it down. Okay. You want to look into the Anunnaki because what the history books tell you is that they stopped at a certain point.
Right.
The history books started from where man pretty much took over, and all the history that was back before then they dismissed.
Right, and I like to call it mystery, which is my story. Okay, so mystery came before his story.
Yes.
History. So our job here is to find our story, which
Yes.
is your mystery, my story.
Yes.
Okay.
And when you start looking into the Anunnaki, you start finding a whole bunch of other stuff. When you start looking into the Moors, when you start looking into the Council of Nicaea.
Oh my God! Please do that. Please, guys, do us a favor.
So,
okay.
if you want to learn some truth about this matrix, look into those topics.
Right.
And then the other thing you want to know about, as far as your body, is your 7 supple bodies.
Oh my goodness! Like you have to know. It's like a necessity. You must know about the 7 subtle bodies. Okay,
Yes.
that's how you will ascend. Because we're not just this avatar. We are so much more than this avatar. We extend so much further than this avatar. And the different bodies will help you with your emotional body, help you to heal your traumas and stuff like that. The mental body. We're not just this physical body. Pretty much that's what we're trying to let you know. And the more you study the 7 subtle bodies, that's another way to raise your consciousness and raise your awareness, so that you do have that connection with Source itself.
Yes. And then one other subject that you want to look into. A lot of people talk about the Illuminati and things of that nature, but it's not so much the Illuminati, it's the Dark Cabal.
Right, because Illuminati comes from the word illumination.
It means that you're illuminated, that you're aware,
you're
that you're
enlightened.
awakened.
To illuminate, to enlight.
You are an Illuminati.
Right.
We are Illuminati.
Right.
It's just a matter of which side it's all a matter of how you choose to use your powers.
Your energy. Okay? Negative charge, a positive charge. It just which way you're gonna swing, right?
Right.
So you can have light. You can use your light to see, to read a book. You can also use the light to see to do something else. Okay? I'm not even gonna say.
We're not gonna get into that, but if you look into the Dark Cabal, you will find out, especially if you live in the U.S., how much things have been orchestrated to keep everybody asleep.
Dumbed down by calcifying your pineal gland, so that you're not aware of really what's going on. You're not aware of the bigger agenda.
No.
Okay, you're too busy doing the 9 to 5 and living this life, doing all this other extra stuff that the mind control, all these different religwas, shackles that they got in people's minds and spirits.
Oh, boy.
Okay, that's a whole nother topic.
It's a whole nother topic.
But that's a part of it. That's a part of the agenda. Keep you busy.
But now I will say this, as far as kind of doubling back to different books to research, I would also recommend, or we would also recommend, reading a different religious text.
Yes.
Because in those texts are actually hidden information, esoteric information.
Yes.
It's all through the Holy Bible. It's all through the Quran.
All of them.
It's through them all.
All of them.
Yeah. So
don't kind of like shove things to the side and say this one is better than that one. They all have information that you can actually utilize to grow.
Yep.
You know, it's really nothing better or anything like that. That's another illusion where things are better.
Right. All right. Now on to the third part of this video, which is one that I'm happy to go through and name these people. And just a quick disclaimer, nobody's paying us to disclose their name, but if any one of y'all catch this video, you want to send a donation, bruh, the link's down below. You can make a donation down there. But for the next part, we will recommend some other people who are conscious and actually awake subconsciously,
right?
Because they are really aware of what's going on in this world, and their whole duty is just like us to put the truth out,
right,
to help people awaken to what's going on.
Right.
And so if you're like me, when I first started out, I didn't like to read a lot, so I was looking for videos and people to explain to me what the hell is going on. Yep. So if you don't want to do that work starting out, but believe me, once you start listening to these people and you start researching it, you're gonna be sitting there reading everything.
You're gonna be reading some stuff. And you know, I think sometimes it's not that people don't want to read, it's that they don't have the time.
Right.
You know, they don't have the time to actually sit down and read. There's so many distractions going on, but it's easy to just maybe watch a YouTube video, right?
Yep. So, first off, we got to give a shout out to our main guy, the one who really gave us a huge leg up in starting on this spiritual journey, which is Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters.
Everybody already know who he is because we just talk about him all the time.
So we're gonna hit it one time. Can I get a
hello there?
You know, so you definitely check out Ralph Smart for any to really help lift your vibrations,
right?
Because he understands that so many people are at a low vibration, and in order for them to transcend anything in this world, they really have to raise their vibrations. So if you are in a low state and you really want to help lift your vibrations, check out Ralph Smart.
Because he does, like, every day he does these motivational 3-4 minute videos, and he has like thousands of videos on YouTube that really does help to lift your consciousness, lift your awareness, and just to get you at a better place in your life. You know, he's really good at doing that because we all have different gifts and talents, and Ralph is really good at lifting people's spirits.
Yes. And so on to the next person that we would recommend. If you want to know about astrology, if you want to know the ins and outs, what the houses mean,
what it means when you got Venus in your what is it? Venus in
your third house.
I'm in the fourth. My Venus in my fourth. Yours is in your sixth. If you want to know what that means.
And if you want to know the energy signatures that are behind these words,
yes.
And I think I missed one other thing as far as topics to dive into, which is etymology.
Oh, how did we forget that one?
I can't believe I forgot about that.
That's important.
Yes. You definitely want to look into etymology because words carry vibrations.
Ooh.
And you have to understand that a lot of these words that people are using have an energy that's
signature.
Behind it.
It's an energy signature behind it it has an intention behind those words, a certain intention. So you have to be very, very cautious of the words that you're using, especially in the English language.
Yes.
That's really meant to dumb down the nation, the English language, because the English language doesn't have much pronunciation that allows you to roll your tongue. Like Arabic, even Spanish, all those other languages, you actually have to engage in rolling your tongue. When you roll your tongue on the roof of the mouth, it actually vibrates. And when it vibrates, it actually helps to awaken your third eye. So if you notice with the English language, there's not a lot of words that allows you to roll your tongue.
Right.
So that language was created especially for the dumbing down of the nation. Just so you know, you don't have to believe me, you can look it up yourself.
Yes.
But I'm going off topic.
Yes, but if you want to know the energies behind these words, the energies behind these religions, then definitely check out our boy Flight Boss.
Listen, let me prepare y'all for flight. Let me prepare y'all for Flight Boss.
That dude is the truth.
He's the truth, but you just gotta be ready for him, okay? Just be ready for him.
Flight Boss, air.
Yo, we love him. We love him.
Love him.
Big up the Flight Boss, for
Big
real.
up the Flight Boss. Yes, and then next one, our goddess.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
We love her.
We love
and
her.
actually, we'll look.
Not yet.
I'm not gonna say that.
Not yet.
But
I knew what you was gonna say. You see, I already knew what he was gonna say.
But to Flow Burn.
Yes.
Flow Burn is one of the most beautiful souls
Beautiful.
that you will ever meet.
She's so pure in heart.
And believe me, anything that's magical, anything that's out of this world, that you don't understand and you're trying to wrap your head around it,
Flow.
check out Flow Burn. Now I will admit, when I first started watching Flow Burn, I was like,
he wasn't ready.
She was way.
He wasn't ready.
She was above.
He wasn't ready.
I couldn't get it. But the deeper I got into my journey, the more I was listening to her like, damn, she's telling some facts. Let me sit here and listen to Flow Burn.
And you know when you started, it was the day after you read your natal chart.
Yeah.
The day after you read your natal chart and you really started seeing aspects of yourselves like, how does this piece of paper know this type of stuff? And that's when you started opening up and you started wanting more information after you, and then that's when you was ready for Flow, because before you wasn't ready for her.
Yeah. Now I'm going through doing a whole bunch of other stuff. Yeah. And in the words of Flow Burn, can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. That's Flow. We love her.
Okay. And then another, now this is not so much a YouTube channel, but more of a really iconic individual in the spiritual community, which is Dolores Cannon.
Oh my goodness. If y'all ain't seen Dolores Cannon, I don't know what to say.
Yes.
Like, if you, because I know this is the thing that Chris and I, we talked about this a couple nights ago. A lot of people, they don't understand death because they don't understand life. And in order for you to understand the afterlife or death, you will have to understand life. Yes. So if you find yourself not understanding death, not understanding why someone passed away, it's because you don't understand life.
Right.
So Dolores Cannon really helps to break those things down. She helps you to understand the ascension, why it's happening, what's going on, afterlife, the illusion of the matrix. Like, she goes into like pretty much everything.
Yeah, the whole transition into New Earth.
Yeah.
Which we're already in.
Already in 5D.
Yes, because if you look back at the times a couple of years back, say 7 years ago, you can really see the change from 7 years ago up until now.
You can see
it's totally different.
Completely different.
So definitely check out Dolores Cannon. Let me make sure I'm not missing anybody.
Oh, Ryan. Aluna and Ryan.
Aluna Crush.
Oh my God.
Aluna is your spiritual weather lady.
She'll tell you if it's raining outside, energetic wise.
If you want to know why you're feeling a certain way, she would tell you what type of energy waves are coming in and why you're feeling a certain way. And oh my,
check her out. Like, she really has, and she's one of the genuine ones, you know, because it's a lot of people, you know, some people are skeptical about, they don't resonate with them. But with Aluna, we resonate with her. Yes. And there is thousands of people who resonate with her because you can tell fluff from the real stuff, right? She's a real stuff. Yes. So if you want to know what's going on energetically, check her out. I mean, she's on YouTube. She's really good.
Yep. And another one, what you were about to say with Ryan Cooper.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my. For one, I love his voice. that whole British accent. I could sit there and just listen to him.
He's good.
But if you want to learn how to astral project, if you want to know about really getting into your psyche, and really changing some shit up, Ryan Cooper.
Reprogramming the subconscious mind.
Yes.
Like, he's good. He can help you guys with that. He is awesome.
Yeah, because with nowadays, and we were just listening to one of our other favorite YouTubers, and she was talking about how there are just so many traumas that we've experienced throughout our lives that has caused programs to be put into our subconscious for us to act in
certain
and believe
ways.
a certain way. And through some of the things that Ryan Krupa has done, which we help out with as well, as far as removing blockages, it can really help remove those blockages so that you can remove those programs that have been put in your subconscious probably since you were a baby.
And you don't even know it. You don't even know. You're just having these experiences. You keep having these repeating patterns. You don't know where they're coming from, why they keep showing up, why you keep meeting the same type of people. It's because of those blockages, those programs. And if you don't know, you just can't do better because you just don't know. But the moment that you know, then you can act on it and you can do something about it. So Ryan Cooper is the guy. I know sometimes people, they're having these dreams and they're saying, oh, something is sitting on me, I can't get up. When really ain't nobody sitting on you. You just probably astral projected and now your soul is trying to come back into your body. But it feels like somebody's heavy and sitting on you. That's what that is.
And one other thing about the Akashic Records that he demonstrated it so beautifully on one of his videos. So definitely check him out.
He explained it very, very well because people think the Akashic Records is this big library, invisible library that you go to.
No, it's not.
It's not as spooked out as some people make it seem, but he gives a really good explanation of the Akashic Records and how you can actually get into your Akashic Records, how you can get to your past, present, and you see your possibilities. Because I don't like to use the word future so much because they're probabilities. Multiple probabilities because it's an infinite universe, infinite possibilities. So depending on what decision you make, you birth your future. But it's always good to be able to see what decision takes you to which probability. Right?
Yep. And I believe this is our last one, but we may think of another one before we end this video. But another YouTuber that I wasn't ready for in the beginning.
Oh boy.
But was necessary to do soul work.
Oh boy.
And that is Teal motherfucking Swan.
You weren't ready for her, baby. Baby, you
Teal
weren't ready.
Swan, boy.
You weren't ready. You had to. Oh man. You had to go. You tried because you was watching Ralph. And then you went to Teal, and then you had to go back to Ralph so you could get a little bit more pacified.
I wasn't ready.
You wasn't ready.
You want to talk about some raw truth.
Uncut truth.
Like telling you why you are messing up. What mental blocks you have.
Yep.
And how to stop spiritually bypassing.
Right, and that's the biggest thing that they have in the community, like for religion especially.
Yeah.
Most religious communities do a lot of spiritual bypassing.
A lot. Somebody, you can just pray your sins away and just forget about the bad that you did. No, you gotta sit and you gotta deal with the stuff that you did
deal with it.
And the stuff that you experienced.
Right.
You gotta process that because if you don't process it now, it's gonna come back up in some shape, form, or fashion. It may come up in an illness, a sickness, or something of that nature. It's gonna come back up. It's gonna
come back because it needs attention. It's gonna manifest itself in different ways in your life, and you have no explanation as to what this is.
No.
It's called past trauma.
Yes.
That you thought that you just say miraculous. No.
Yeah. You're gonna end up splitting yourself and having ego.
Exactly, and that's ego issues. That's how narcissistic people are created. So I mean, it's real deep. But Teal Swan, guys.
Yeah. So if you want to look into that, as far as knowing how to do the mirror work, the shadow work we talk about so much, definitely check out Teal Swan.
Yes, guys, check out Teal Swan.
And
who else we got? That's it.
We got Ralph Lightballs, Dolores Cannon, Robert Swartz. She said that's who you got.
Ooh, he didn't mention that.
Yes.
Man, let me tell you about
Swartz.
Robert Swartz, if I'm saying his name right. He this is a book now. And I recommend that you guys get this book. I think he's interviewed on YouTube many times. So if you put his name in with the book, it's called Your Soul Plan. He will come up. And guys, this is the perfect book. Like if you have someone close to you who has died, I don't know, your relative, whoever, if someone close to you has passed on and you're still struggling to deal with with them passing, this book will really put your mind at ease.
Yes.
Because when my dad passed away, it was a little rough for me in the beginning because of the way he passed. But after reading this book, Your Soul's Plan, it really did help. And then you get to understand life. Once you understand life, guys, you understand death, and then you understand there is no death. There is no death, because you can't kill energy. You try to kill the energy that's running through your lights in your house.
You can't kill it.
Let me know how that works out.
You can't grab it.
Let me
you
know.
Can't stab it.
Let me know how that works out. I'm gonna kill this energy.
Yeah.
The light bulb go out, but guess what? You can put another one in. It's gonna shine, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once this book is really good, and I suggest it to everyone who's struggling with somebody who has passed on.
Right.
That will kind of put you at ease. So Robert Schwartz, Your Soul's Plan, and it gets you to really understand your natal chart too.
Yeah.
And it helps you to break it down to understand what exactly are you doing here in this lifetime. Are you trapped in the reincarnation cycle in the matrix? Are you just here to really assist with the ascension? Are you a starseed or you're a fallen angel? What are you? You dive deep within your essence and you have all the answers that you need, and you will no longer need to externalize your power.
Right.
You don't have to feed the big giant anymore. Sorry, that's my alarm going off to get the kids. They're here.
They already here.
They're already here.
They already here. They've been knocking on the door.
Yeah, I hear them.
So, but we thank y'all so much for tuning in to this video. Once again, we're just covering some of the resources that helped us out in the beginning of our journey, and some we still go back to every now and again.
Of course.
But different books to read, different topics to look into, and also some other people to look into other than us. Thank you so much for subscribing, liking the video. But there are other people like us that are out here that are sharing information and helping everybody through this whole ascension process, awakening to this whole matrix.
Right, so you don't feel so crazy and lost, because sometimes you can be around people that are just on a different journey. And again, nobody's better. It's just that we're on different paths and on different journeys. Yeah. Right? That's all it is. That's all it is.
And I want y'all to stop saying that you're crazy. We get so many comments about people thinking that they're crazy. Y'all are not crazy.
You're not crazy.
Your reality is your reality.
Exactly. And listen, Chris and I said this morning. Everything starts in the imagination. People bypass the imagination like it's not a big deal. But when you think about it, it's the biggest deal. Because everything that you see in front of you, including the tall skyscraper, your bed, everything, these phone, these beads, everything that you see in front of you started in the imagination. And it was just that people pulled it from the imagination and was able to project it here into this 3D. So don't y'all play the imagination now.
No.
Don't play it. Don't play hate.
All right, y'all. Well, we hope this information has been helpful for you. If so, definitely hit that subscribe button so we know that y'all like it, and hit that thumbs up, and give us one of those so that we can continue to put out these videos for y'all. And we look forward to seeing y'all in the future.
Yeah, and in the premiere, because this is going to be a premiere, so we're going to be in there typing.
Yeah, we'll be typing right along with y'all. So we love y'all.
Love y'all. Peace out.